wheels of diameters 7 cm and 14 cm start rolling simultaneously from X and Y 1980 cm apart towards each other in opposite directions. Both of them make same number of revolutions per second. If both of them meet after 10 seconds, find the speed of the smaller wheel. Find the speed of the smaller wheel. Okay. So basically it's about wheels. There are two different wheels. Diameters are 7 cm and 14 cm. And these two wheels start rolling towards each other in opposite directions. Right? They start rolling towards each other in opposite directions. And when they start from the 2 points X and Y, they were 1980 cm apart. Right? So let's assume this is point number X. This is point number Y. The distance between these 2 points is 1980. Okay, this is the wheel which has got 7 cm diameter, and this is the wheel which has got 14 cm diameter. All right. Now both of them make same number of revolutions per second, right? Per second, if this wheel rotates 3 times, this also would rotate 3 times. If this rotates 7 times, this would also rotate 7 times, right? Number of revolutions per second is same for both the wheels. Now he says both of them both the wheels meet after 10 seconds. It takes 10 seconds for them to meet. Basically it means it takes 10 seconds for the two wheels to cover this distance of 1980 centimeters. Both of them together will cover 1980 centimeters in 10 seconds. We have to find the speed of the smaller wheel. Now one important point to be noted here is, what is the distance covered by each wheel? See, remember, a wheel, one revolution of wheel, one revolution of a wheel is equal to what? 2 pi r. The distance covered is nothing but the circumference of the wheel, right? If it if it revolves once, it covers its own circumference. If it revolves twice, it will cover 2 times of its own circumference, and so on. So basically the meaning of revolution here is nothing but the number of times it covers 2 pi r. Alright, so let us find out the distances covered by each wheel, right? So how much will the smaller wheel cover? See, the diameters are 7 cm and 14 cm. Remember, the diameters are 7 and 14. So either you can take the revolution as 2 pi r, or it can be taken as pi into d. Pi into d, right? So smaller wheel, how much will it cover? One revolution of smaller wheel will be equal to pi into d. So 22 by 7 into 7, which is 22 centimeters, right? For the smaller one. Right? One revolution of the bigger one. Again, cut down the number of steps. I'm just writing in detail here. Pi d again. So 22 by 7 into 14. So this goes 2 times 44 centimeters. That means if the smaller one rotates, it covers 22 centimeters. If the bigger one rotates, it covers 44 centimeters. Now, one question that arises here is, how many times will they rotate per second? That is not known to us. What is known to us is both of them make the same number of revolutions per second. Let us assume that the number of revolutions per second, again all these have to be cut down, number of revolutions per second is equal to x. So the distance per second by the smaller wheel will be how much? See, in one revolution it covers 22 centimeters. In x revolutions it will cover 22x. Similarly, distance covered by the bigger wheel, distance covered per second, how much? 44x. You're able to follow? They are making x revolutions. So let's say it makes 2 revolutions. So 22 into 2, 44 it will cover. The bigger will cover 44 into 2, 88. This is per second. Now both of them has covered total distance in how many seconds? 10 seconds. See, understand, in 1 second the smaller one covers 22x, and in 1 second the bigger one covers 44x. So total in 1 second is how much? 66x. 66x per second. Right? The total distance covered by the two wheels together is 66x in 1 second, where x is the number of revolutions. Now, the total distance that they have actually covered in 10 seconds. See, it is clear that they have covered the total distance. Both of them meet after 10 seconds means what? The distance covered in 10 seconds is 1980. So can I say 1980 is the total distance covered in 10 seconds? Per second, if they cover 66x, in 10 seconds they will cover 66x into 10. 66x into 10. You're able to follow? Per second, if they cover x, 66x, in 10 seconds they will cover 66x into 10. But in this time, it is saying it has covered the total distance of 1980. Now simplify this, what happens? We will get x equals to 3. 1980 by 660 is 3. X equals to 3. That's it. You're done. X is 3 means what? The number of revolutions per second is equal to 3. Now what is he asking us to find out? Find the speed of the smaller wheel. Find the speed of the smaller wheel. Distance covered per second by the smaller wheel is 22x, where x is equal to 3. You're able to follow? That's the answer. Substitute x equals to 3 here. You'll get the answer. So it covers 22 into x, 22 into 3, 66. 66 centimeters per second. You're able to follow? Answer would be 66 centimeters per second, which is option 3.